All right, we're moving on to our next story now and talking about the abduction of 6 boys in Igbonla, Epe. We've been following that development, and today makes it the 29 days really after they have been abducted, and they are still in captivity. But the Nigerian police have vowed to bring all those involved in the abduction to book, promising that the boys will regain freedom soon.
But the question is, how soon is soon? Well, joining us in the studio is a former advisor to the Lagos State Government on Education, Tumba Fatai Ulukoga. Good morning and thanks for joining us.
Good morning, nice being with you.
Yes, now in the midst of all of this, 29 days on, now we have this report about a letter sent out to another school, another Lagos Model College in Badagry, threatening that they will be coming anytime soon for another 6 boys. What do you make of this?
I think it's very disgusting to have this happen in our educational system. You know, it is really disturbing the morale of the children, the educational system of the children, in terms of learning and so on and so forth. They have fears to go to schools. They have fear, and our students cannot stay home. They have to go to schools. So I think the problem lies on our security system. One happened 39 days ago. Up till now, nothing has been done. We are hearing this, we are working, we are doing this, we are doing that. And now another letter is sent to Model College that you are coming. There's a solution to all problems. And a solution has to be provided. And one is that the state government needs to step up the security system, especially in our riverine areas, and also areas where we don't have the advanced technology. Right? Well, you know, like in Kakon or Igbonla, it's still in a remote area.
Yes.
And when you travel from that road, getting to the school, hardly you will see cars coming near to you. So that shows that it's a road that is very delicate. It's a road that is very delicate.
You were a former advisor to the Lagos State Government on Education. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Was it proper for you to have cited, as an advisor, will you have advised the state to have cited schools in that particular area of the town? You're talking now about how rural, if you like, those areas are.
There's nothing wrong in citing an education institution in any area. It's just because we need to, satisfy the needs of all students, of all people that live in that community. They cannot travel so far to go to school. So you want to make education nearer to the people. Fine, that has been done. The next thing to do is to provide solution in terms of, the time we are there, this problem does not realize itself.
What were you doing differently then that is not being done now?
There's no art of abduction, kidnapping, and so on and so on. Everybody were busy on giving qualitative education to our students and to ensure that at least they have good lectures, good teachers, good facilities, and so on and so forth. And now that this has now occurred, like I said, we need to provide solution. We have to be fast thinking. That is, in same situation, it's happening in Chibok. About 329 children were kidnapped. Once that has happened, nobody knows that's going to come down to Lagos, like people like Lagos and Ogun State. Now that has happened, is for us to act fast by ensuring that, one, the security of those areas are step up.
Now, you've been part of the system, and I guess you still are, even though you're a former education advisor, Lagos State. How challenging is it for Lagos State, for example, to provide security across board for schools everywhere, whether within this remote areas or even within the cities?
Let me start by saying I have to give kudos to the present administration for increasing the number of security patrol in the states. At least you could see new vehicles were bought, and also there is a reorganization in the security system, like the neighborhood watch was taken to change to state neighborhood state national corps. And this is a good in the right direction.
But that's neighborhood watch you talk about. A lot of people have the impression that they're not even
been harmed.
putting any, creating any dent at all to the whole security situation. People are still questioning how relevant are they, especially when it comes to providing intelligence for the police?
Well, this is what we are saying, that the government has tried its own part. But the operators, the executors now have to be put right. They have commandant. Those commandants must be charged to work. They must be charged to do their duties. They must be charged to do the right thing. And also, like what is happening in a police situation, the police commandant must be also charged to do their work. So not just taking these vehicles to go to market, to go and for leisuring. They have to do the work they are being given to. The essence of providing security vehicle patrol to all this is for them to have an adequate and prompt security attention.
Okay, since you are an educationist, I'd like to center on making the school safe.
Yeah.
Please tell me how we have another letter now, another letter threatening another school in our hands. How can some preemptive actions be put in place to avoid another mishap?
I've said earlier on that, look, the state government must step up its security patrol in most of these schools.
That's the government. What can the schools do? What can the schools do?
That's one. If you have one vehicle, increase to 2 or 3. That's one. 2, the school system too need to be security conscious. Not allowing anybody just entering the school. Because if you go to most of our secondary schools or institutions, the entrance are so porous. People just come in for one excuse or the other. And this has to be stopped now. Everybody has to be security conscious. You see, those people who are kidnapping or adopting children, they are not a foreigner. They live within us.
Okay.
Some of them knows them, but it's because of money, wealth. People are now aiding and abetting. So
and that's why some of the parents, especially in the case of this new one, the fresh concerns over the purported letter, though the school authorities in Badagry say that it's just a rumor being spread by the parents. It almost makes you feel that the school authorities may not be taking this seriously. But the parents actually think that there might be some kind of insider collusion.
It could be true. That's why I said anything, a rumor could be true. So you don't wait for a while for a rumor to come true. Immediately you have this information, all you need to do is to step up your security awareness, like I said. And thank God now, apart from the state government setting up security patrol, there's a law now which the governor have just signed into law about a week ago, or not quite a few days ago, that once you are a kidnapper, it's going to be executed. Which I think is
if somebody dies, if your victim dies in your custody, back to the question of school safety. You've talked about the entrance now. We shouldn't leave those entrance porous. We should be security conscious. Tell me how the children can be prepared for such anomaly. How can you prepare the children? Some kind of orientation, some kind of education? What do you think should be put in place?
In our morning assembly, the student must be given security awareness, to be conscious of their surroundings, and when they hear something, they need to talk to the head of the institutions immediately, not just to keep it to their head, because sometimes if the student could hear from the gate or gate man that last night we saw some people coming in, and the gate man may not have even discussed that with the head teachers of the university of that institutions. So the student need to go back and try to talk with their the principals of the institutions, and let them be aware. So appropriate action could be taken immediately. So that is one. So it has to go from the morning assemblies, educating the student about security, awareness, and consciousness. Also in our homes, you see, people they are so careful, they are careless. They don't take the security in their surroundings as very, very serious.
Are you saying it's not enough to have the high-walled fences around your houses, which is what so many people have around their homes now?
Those people, they have the technology of even removing breaking the wall and enter.
Yeah.
Okay.
They use acid, use a lot of things. So
all kinds of things.
Yeah,
but let's come to the issue of some of the revelations coming out of the Epe school kidnap, where we hear that according to the parents, that some of the kidnappers say that they're actually beginning to teach the children how to use arms, how to use guns. And that is another set of worry in itself, which means that by the time these kids do come out, hopefully they come out safe, we might need a lot of work to do.
I don't ascribe to that, where you teach a young people how to use.
The kidnappers are saying that. That's what they're doing. No, the kidnappers themselves are saying they're training the children already on how to use guns.
Like they did with the Chibok people, yes, how to use guns. And that we need to get worried, because once they are addicted to such using gun and so on and so forth, they might going out to the road and start using it, because they need to be rehabilitated immediately. They have to from there. They have to be treated. They need to be put into a home, tell them that that heart is not as advisable in the society, so that they would know that it is not by using gun or using gun to defend yourself or using gun all around the road, because when you start that, that's why you increase the armed robbery, you increase a lot of unacceptable behaviors in our society. So really, immediately they were held from captivity, the first thing to do is to give them orientation, talk to them, that is not palatable in our society.
Okay, so how can the community... Okay, sorry, finish your point, please.
Two, and when they get back to the school, you know, first of all, they will have fear by adapting to educational system. So some of them will say they will not want, they don't want to go back to that school. But the government and the institutions and the realities of those students must have a lot of things to do in terms of alleviating their fears. Before you alleviate their fears, you must see that at least something has been done. And that got me to say that, look, we need to put a CCTV in all around our institutions.
We've been hearing that said over and over again, but I don't know what it takes and what
takes the authority to do that. Even
which authority now, government or school?
The government has to do it, because the school, who owns the schools? Yeah. And most of, except that it happens in Nigerian Turkish private institutions. Most of these things is now happening in our public institutions. So it's the government that is responsible to ensure that adequate security gadgets are put in all over the surroundings or the environment of the school institutions, so as to elevate the problem, or to catch these people when they are coming. And again, power must be constantly on. Because if you don't have that on, that CCTV cannot work.
You just touched a very sensitive area now.
Then, thirdly, those who are going to operate it must also be trained that they have to keep their mouth. They keep their mouth shut. Because you don't put people who in our institution we have a CCTV, you can capture everything, what you're doing, your appearance and so on and so forth. You know, it's already known to the society. The students must not know. So it has to be something that has to be done secretly. Most of us that travel around, when you are traveling, you are driving your vehicle, you will not know where you have a CCTV on. It just capture you before you know it. They send you. They send. So, but it's put in a box. You will think it's an ordinary box, not knowing that right in there, there's a camera.
Fatai Lukoga, we have to say thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. We hope the next time we see that the kids will be out safe and sound.
We pray.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure being with you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. It is top.